Good morning, boys and girls. Today, I would like to introduce a book to you all. It is called Speak Like Churchill, Stand Like Lincoln. So, a couple of questions I would like you to think about before you decide whether you want to read this book. Number one, do you want to be able to talk to the public with confidence? Do you want to be presentable? An presentable individual who can capture the listener's attention and maintain that interest in your speech? And do you want to be a leader with the presence, the poise, the power to electrify your talk? If the answer is yes to any of these questions, I think this book is something you shouldn't miss. So, you may wonder why Churchill and Lincoln is. Winston Churchill, as some of you may know, is the Prime Minister of the UK. Many people regard him as the most successful Prime Minister of the UK in the history. Abraham Lincoln, the President of the United States. So this book has 21 chapters with very straightforward pattern. It surrounds all those chapters with quotation from history's greatest speakers, and it summarizes the techniques in very simple and memorable language. And also it shows you how it can be used today when writing and delivering a speech. For example, in the remarks of the CEO. So I would like to use some chapters as examples to show you how this book can help you to be a more effective speaker. The first one is the use of power line. Power line here suggests that this is the key message you would like to deliver in your speech, because in every speech there must be some key messages, the most important ones that you would like the listener to get. So one very basic skill that the book suggests is the use of opposite attract. For example, you can see here, those pairs are opposite, like present, past, beginning, end, dark, light, friend, foe, hope, despair, victory, and defeat. So there are some quotes from Winston Churchill in which you can find the use of those opposite pairs. If the present quarrel with the past, surely the future will already have been lost. This is not the end now, not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning. And there's only one answer to defeat, and that is victory. So you can see that all those opposite pairs will be very eye-catching, and also it draws down the listener's attention. Another thing is the use of power button. So having worked out power line, we need to know how we can turn on the light. So the power button is like an indicator showing that to the audience that you have to get ready and set, and please listen to the power line. So it's like attention grabber. For example, I would like to say to the House, as I said to those who joined the government, I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Or, let me again say what I always believe is true. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. So, having just introduced 2 chapters of the book, I would conclude the reason why I recommend this book, to 3 points. Number one, it delivers practical advice for speakers of all level, because you can take it as an entry-level book, because there are only 10 pages for each chapter, and is easy to understand. And besides, it shows how to apply the master tips and tricks to your speeches. And also, it emphasizes the techniques to speak the language of a leadership, like a classical orator. So just now I showed you the picture, and I would like to conclude my sharing with this picture. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read. And I hope that you will start reading books and prepare for your future. Thank you.